Vanja Matic works for NATO HQ Sarajevo. Her job is to promote United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace, and security. For Matic, it's a personal mission linked to her own past and that of her country.
We take absolutely no pride in the fact that Bosnian conflict actually, amongst other conflicts in the 90s, has inspired the adoption of the Resolution 1325.
The Bosnian War lasted 3.5 years. Over 100,000 people lost their lives, including over 10,000 women and children. It is estimated that between 20,000 and 50,000 women and girls were raped.
Unfortunately, it has been proven in our conflict that rape and systematic rape were used as a tactic and a weapon of war.
Matic was 15 when the war broke out in Bosnia and Herzegovina. For months, she lived in a military camp in fear of being assaulted. She escaped unharmed, but the experience made her a passionate campaigner for gender awareness and equality.
This is an issue that still remains for our country to be resolved. So I do take a special pride in the fact that NATO has stepped up and that we have started working on these issues, that we have, or I have, tremendous support from our leadership.
Today, Matic is explaining Resolution 1325 to new recruits of the Bosnian Army. The resolution calls for the prevention of gender-based violence and the protection of women and girls during conflict, as well as the participation of women in conflict prevention, peace building, and reconstruction. Apart from educating the military, Matic tries to raise awareness of the women, peace, and security agenda within Bosnian society at large.
It should inspire young women to join the police forces, to join armed forces, because this is one of the requirements of 1325, increase the number of women in decision-making posts, expand the role of women in peacekeeping missions.
Bosnia and Herzegovina's government recently agreed to a specific goal related to Resolution 1325 within its program of defense cooperation with NATO. This followed high-level discussions with Mari Skåre, the NATO Secretary-General's Special Representative for Women, Peace and Security, who visited the country in April this year.
In our collaboration with Bosnia, we have identified the need to raise gender awareness within the military structures and also to enhance the education and training on these issues.
Similar goals have now also been agreed with other countries in the region. During her visit, Mari Skåre also wanted to learn more about the issue of sexual violence. She met with one victims group, which has turned a form of therapy, knitting, into an economic opportunity.
Their stories made a deep impression on me.
I really admire your strength as survivors. Your voice is necessary if we are going to be able to prevent this from happening again.
The issue of sexual violence in conflict is now receiving much stronger attention from NATO allies and the international community.
Very recently, in the context of the United Nations, all allies supported a declaration focused on preventing and responding to sexual violence, and in particular ensuring that there is no impunity for these crimes. Sexual violence in conflict is a crime that has been unfortunately going on for centuries. And I hope that this will be the century where we will put a stop to this.
This is a NATO Channel report.